And good morning and welcome to Touch Base today. My name is Ron Foster and I'm here early with our wonderful Gwendolyn. She popped into my box early and I said, well, you know what? Since we're already having a conversation, you might as well just start with me. What's going on, Gwendolyn?
Well, I have my gizzards on the stove.
The gizzards.
They take a while to cook. Yeah, they take at least 2 hours, like 1.5. But if you do it low and slow, you can do like 4 to 6 hours, so it's nice and tender. Yeah.
Gizzards. Did you say gizzards?
Gizzards.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Gizzards. And I'll never forget, that sign is huge. It's like my computer StreamYard sometimes resets and you have to go back and go through everything. And so let me make this little correction because
it's a little large, isn't it?
It's
a little large.
It's huge.
That's new? Is that
they upgraded something? They had to upgrade something.
Sucker's like, you can't see me, you can see me now.
Oh yeah. So there we go. So I'm going to change this back to where it was. No, well, that's not bad. I like that yellow there. Oh, looks like a taxi. Or a school bus. I don't know. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Where's my colors? They did it with my colors and everything. What's going on? I said that. Okay, here we go. You.
What the hell? Look at that.
What is going?
Well, you're changing like the branding, so we now have circle cameras.
Here's my other you. What the? But my color has been changed. What the heck has happened? So bear with me as I get my situation back in under control here. What the heck? Okay, so anyway, so guys, how are you doing? As I am working on the technicals of this broadcast.
You had me choking there, Ron. Oh my goodness.
Holy moly. There we go. Minimal. There we are. Now we're back set up. We're set up nicely. Oh, God, that was kind of crazy. I was like, what in the world? It changed everything this morning. Anyway, let's say hello to some folks. It's one of those mornings. First of all, G was in the building. She was in the building. So she says good morning to everybody, which you already said good morning verbally. And so she gets the gold. And the silver goes to Chrissy's Corner. Good morning. And we have Omar's in the building. Omar, you must have a day off today. What's going on? Omar is in the building. He says, hey. And we have Rashawn for the bronze. But no. Well, yeah, because technically Gwendolyn was already here.
Yeah.
She's on the panel. So the gold goes to Chrissy. The silver goes to Omar. And the bronze goes to Rashawn. What's going on? She said, good morning, Ron and Gwendolyn and Touch Base Daily family. How are you all doing? It looks like it's a quiet day in the neighborhood. Where is everybody?
Well, people might be traveling. I mean, they may be traveling today.
Yeah, today is a travel day. And I know people are on the road. That's why I said this is going to be an easy week. I'm going to do my tip Tuesday, which today, for those that are just joining in, our tip today is how to take the best photos for your Thanksgiving day. You know how we like to roll. We try to keep with the themes and we do our tip Tuesdays. And this is going to help someone take better pictures tomorrow. Well, Thursday and Friday.
You may start tomorrow.
You know, it's interesting that because most people are off on Black Fridays. And I remember when we were kids, well, even young adults, we would go out to my cousin's house. And the plan was we're going to eat up, have a great time, look at movies, look at TV movies. Mm-hmm. Usually it was the March of the Wooden Soldiers and all other stuff. Macy's Day Parade. But then Friday, my crazy cousins would want to go shopping. And I would be like, I'm out.
I only did it only the Black Friday thing twice.
Holy moly. Why would anyone put themselves through that torture?
It's what's the At this point, I don't believe it's worth it anymore.
It's
Well,
not.
it is and it isn't. You, in order for you to get their very, very, very lowest price, they make you wait until that day. But think about it. A lot of these companies have started the whole Black Friday, the pre-Black Friday, some time ago.
Yes.
Literally,
And now the Black Friday is simply, back in the day, it was truly sales to get you into the store on brand new items.
it was also sales to get you into the black as a company.
Well, to get the retailer in the
Come on
black.
now.
It was about the retailer getting the black, but they would have
Yes.
new items, and then they would share those new items and sell them
Yeah.
at a sell price. However, just like other retail philosophies that have changed over the years, they got smart and said, you know what? We'll use Black Friday to get rid of our disposables, things that we want to clear the shelves, things that we want to get off the table, things that we want to, they're taking up room, and we want to make room for new stock. Mm-hmm. So that's what it is now. So that 720p TV, no one's probably watched it because people are already looking at, people got 4K and Ultra HD and all the other stuff. Now. But that 4K, that 720 4K or 720p TV, even the 1080p is so outdated. But they give it and say, oh, you're getting a good sale. It really isn't. It's not.
Well, it depends on who you are. Now, keep in mind, okay, so depending on where you fall on the technology scale, what you have in your home may be very top notch. The average consumer, not so much.
That's right. Okay.
And we forget, I'm not part of that top tier first gen tech. I don't do that. I do like second, third gen tech, but even still, that is still up there. So people don't we are not average. But I will say back in the day when I was more into I want to get a good deal, I still do it Christmas in July. That's when it starts, Ron. It's Christmas in July.
Yeah, that's right. Some people were doing that.
I got the best candles this past summer. Okay.
Well, again,
the best candles.
It's getting rid of the old stock that they're trying
to make real. These are brand new candles, Ron.
They were brand new. So that was fortunate then.
Yes, okay. I'm burning them now because you get them early to get the best deals.
You are the candle queen,
and then you're ready. So you do it in July, and then you ain't got to worry about nothing else.
You are the candle queen, but also remember, because we have this place called Woodbury Commons here in New York, and we would get in the car and drive up to Woodbury, where they had that's where all the outlets were. So you had the Nike outlet, Puma outlet. You had the
Judy and Burke outlet.
Cross. You had Ralph Lauren. You had Tommy Hilfiger. You had every big brand name that was known to mankind was at Woodbury Commons. However, and it was brand new stuff. It was like the stuff that it was just maybe there was a nick in the jacket. Maybe there was a little something that was a little off.
Yeah.
You would go and purchase it, and you'd be like, "Oh, this is great," and you would get like 70% off.
Mm-hmm. I took a bus out there, like bus tours.
Oh yeah, we have a bus that leaves out every hour.
Yeah, the buses. I'm like, hop on the bus, do all your shopping, come right on back.
And that was every half hour starting today.
Really?
Yeah, every half hour, a bus is at Woodbury. They are up there.
And they get busy too. Like the holidays, they are packed. I mean, I'm just like, it is stacked in there.
But
oh Lord,
like all the retailers, they said, "Oh, people are really going out their way to go to the Woodbury, these outlets, in Pennsylvania. I think it's Tanner, out in Pennsylvania. People would get on the car, go out to the Tannerville or Tanner's something out there where my sister used to live back in the day. Then they got wised up and said, you know what? We're going to just have outlet stores.
Yes. Yeah.
And they have nothing to do with the merchandise that they sold in the stores.
Yeah.
Now it's the stores, it's the clothing that they make in Vietnam versus in China. Or it's it's the clothes that they make in Thailand versus Vietnam. I mean, they have changed the whole model to just be, this is just discounted clothing that we make for cheap, and we sell it at Woodbury Commons.
Yeah. Yeah. They did switch up the model. People got kind of wise to it. And it
Yes,
stopped
and so
being
I don't
like
go
the
any longer.
closeouts. It stopped being the clearance stuff. Now, some stores still add in the clearance stuff, but they also add in stuff just made for the outlet.
Yes, for the
And I'm like,
outlets.
But the one thing I miss, not being in New York anymore, is around this time of the year, in December specifically, at the Dooney and Burke store, should say that store, their corporate office in Norwalk, they would do what's called a tent sale. And they would literally shut down their parking lot and put up tents. And it would be packed full with everything that they wanted to move. Some new, mostly clearance, but like we would go with the list because the train would leave and go into Connecticut. We would have a list of what handbags, what sweaters, what watches, all the accessories that we were trying to pick up. It was the best shopping experience ever. Ever. I missed the tent sale. Now the tent sale has now moved online because COVID and stuff, but it was the best experience ever.
It
And
was
like,
it. I and I used to get in my car when I had a car back in the day when I used to work on Wall Street. And yes, living the great life. And I would get in the car and I would drive up to New Hampshire and Vermont. And the reason why was pretty much Vermont because back in the day, Timberland, before it was taken over by the massive monster retailers that buy up all the retailers, and now they're all under one retailer umbrella or two. Before they were bought by Van Heusen, I think they were bought by, and then it became Confederate stores or whatever. But when it was just Timberland, when it was known for its amazing clothes that last forever. Do you know? I was on Wall Street in 1980, was it 86? Yeah, 86 is when I started on Wall Street. I still have some of my clothes from the Timberland factory.
if you buy really good clothing, it will last you. Now, I know we have this whole fast fashion thing. So when H&M came to Fifth Avenue, it was the thing. Remember that? You remember that because it was in all the papers. And it was like, how do you have this fast fashion store right across the street from Saks on Fifth Avenue in New York City? Like, what? But, I still go with buy quality.
Quality for
I
last
have clothes
forever.
in there that are 20 plus years old. Like they are telling the tales. You know what I'm saying? Like they can have cocktails with me at the bar. That's how old they are. But when you buy really good quality clothing and accessories, it just goes. Like it goes forever.
Look, this jacket right here I'm wearing right now, I bought this like 10 years ago. It's like, but I always buy the high end of everything. So that's just me. I want it to last forever. Anyway, Elise is in the background. Let's bring Elise on. She can join us in this conversation. I'm sure she's been shopping around forever. What's going on, Gwen? What's going on, Miss Elise?
Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I know how it is. I used to work in a retail store.
We all have worked in retail. I mean,
and they'd have the sales, the lingerie sales, and I'd go back there and dig out into all those old boxes and put that stuff out there.
Yeah.
And they sell it because it didn't move the first time.
It didn't move the first year. So they got it all stocked up from last year's sales. It didn't work out, and they're not going to sell it this year.
And it was always interesting working because I worked in the stock area. So in lingerie. Learning that they paid $3 for a bra and they charge you $50.
Yes, that was the wisdom. That's when I learned retail wisdom. I used to work at we had a high school, so we were high school students. But during Christmas, you could work at A&S. For those that are from Brooklyn and know the old A&S, now it's Macy's, but it was called A&S, Abraham and Strauss, and we would work there during the Christmas holidays. So we would work the stock rooms. And I would never forget looking at the prices. And we were assigned to towels, cloths, and bedding. And we would look at the towels, Ralph Lauren towels that were like $70, like $60, $70. And then we would see them in the back room as they were coming out the box. They were like $3,
Right.
$5. And we were like, what? And I never bought anything ever in its original price. It has to be on sale and clearance.
Well, you know, that's like
And
one of
still, when retailers are giving you clearance, they are still got a markup of 350%.
Yep.
You know, that's like the handbag, one of the designer handbag companies. I have to make sure I had the right one, but so I'm not going to say. They paid $59, and they were being sued by one of the countries because they paid $59 for a bag.
Yes.
And they were charging customers $2,700.
And some of y'all know about A&S.
So, I'm just saying, you know, when you all out here, and I gotta have the Louis, the Gucci, and all that. They're paying $59 for a bag. You're paying $2,000 plus for a bag.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yeah, because and then it's all status. I'm not a status person, so
no, never been.
And there's an assumption of quality, right? I mean, we always assume that, and we put the assumption of quality around how much something costs, and it's not necessarily quality.
Yeah.
So, you know, I have a pair of Levi's that I saved, and they're like 50 years old.
Really?
I actually put them on because my cousin, I saved them because my cousin embroidered them when I was in high school. She embroidered them. And so I saved them. So last year I actually posted a picture of me in those jeans because I can
You can still fit your jeans from way back then?
You know, I lost weight, so I can fit them. And she was like, I can't believe you kept those jeans for all this time.
Oh man.
If only
I can't get a leg in one of my If I was to go back that far, I couldn't get a leg in a pair of pants. Holy moly.
I tried to keep mine, but you know, I like to add patches, and then there comes a point where they're like, stop adding the patches and get new jeans. I was like, but you know, you put a patch on it, still works. So
yeah, it's better. A patch is better than buying a pair of new jeans. But if you bought quality jeans in the first place,
right,
they're gonna feel so good. You don't want to get rid of when you break jeans. Did you know I read an article? Was it last month or 2 months ago? The time is going by fast.
Probably 2 years
And they were talking about jeans. And they said jeans, you're not supposed to wash them.
But you don't have to wash them every single time you like put them on. Like you should have a couple of wears. Like it should be dirty.
Yeah, they said you should wash them once a year. Like I mean,
I didn't read that, and that's nasty. But okay.
And what they said,
well, you know whose house that wasn't in.
Well,
I'm just saying, we wash our hands too.
But they said what you're supposed to do with your jeans, which I never did it, and I probably would never do it. But they said if you took your jeans, I wish I could find this article. You take your jeans after you finish wearing them, you fold them up and you put them in the freezer.
Okay, so full stop.
Has anyone heard this before?
I have never heard
Adrian says nasty
about putting your jeans in the freezer. Now, I'm coming from a fabric science background. We ain't never talked about freezing no jeans in fabric science class. Ain't nobody talk about that. Ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody doing it. That's, you know what? I'm trying to keep it PG over here because that's the stuff.
That's supposed to be, freezing
it
the
was like
what's that killing the bacteria that grows on it?
So Jazzy saw it. I knew I couldn't believe it when I saw it. It was on some show or something, and they were talking about jeans, and I said, "What?" I wash my jeans. I said my jeans, they get about two plays, and they're in the washing machine. I won't dry I will not dry my jeans. I hang my jeans. I let them air dry, and and then I get back in and I squeeze back and open them back up because once you get you wash your jeans, they get a little tight, and then you gotta get them back into the when you clean them, they get a little tight. Yeah. No. And then once you wear them again, they start getting loosened up again.
They're stretching my jeans. There's a lot of stretch. Okay.
Well, you got stretch jeans, but I'm talking the old-fashioned Wranglers.
The old-fashioned ones, yeah, they get a little tight.
Wranglers.
Okay, Levi's.
So can we just say this real quick? I find it absolutely ridiculous that people can get on TV or media or whatever and say some of the most ridiculous stuff, and then it's seen as being intelligent and like, oh, that makes sense. You know good and damn well we're not going around putting our clothes in the freezer with our food. Are you kidding me right now?
This is what they said. This was
who is they? Who is this they?
We
can't
remember who it was, but Jazzy saw the same show. She said she saw it too. And I sat there with like
clean chicken.
Right? Just check your resources, people. Reliable resources. Check your resources.
See, even Chrissy says jeans are so tight after you wash them. Then you put your legs in them and you sit up. You sit, you squat, you do all the things, and they come back to life. Yes.
What kind of jeans are y'all wearing?
A regular jeans,
dog.
I
understand cotton denim. I understand. Like the weeds.
No, once you give your jeans a good wash.
The regular denim ones do get stiff. Right?
Yeah, they get stiff and they get like tight. Not like crazy tight. You just gotta get them back into their worn feel. Come on, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about when it comes to jeans.
People never wash their hands to COVID.
You know, Gwendolyn is always I always call she's my unicorn.
Well, okay, but real talk. Okay, so in order for me to get my degree, we had to take a fabric science class.
Yes.
Where we had to burn stuff, put different chemicals and things on it. So some of these ideas that are now coming out, I am clearly missing a bucket of money. I can be saying some of the most ridiculous stuff and making mad dollars, clearly.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I actually have a conscience and don't want to tell people some dumb stuff. It's like, I just,
And Gwendolyn, at this point, you just don't wash anything.
Clearly, you don't wash anything. Y'all just rocking me. You ain't washing your bed sheets. You ain't washing your hands. You ain't cleaning your food.
Now,
my God,
Gwendolyn and I had this discussion. One of our working colleagues. She was a part-time employee at our job. And so we're all gathered around the table, and this is lunchtime, and we're just eating, and we're just talking about sheets, and everyone was like, and so this has nothing to do with color, but I'm going to just mention the color part. So all the Black folks at the table were saying, we wash our sheets every other day, or there were some people that wash their sheets every week. Like they change their bedding every week. That's what we were raised. We were raised and taught to change the sheets every week. Now, my godmother, she used to change her sheets every day. I was like, holy moly, but
a lot of linen.
That's a lot of linen. But she lived alone. Her husband had passed away, but she said every day she wanted fresh sheets. So this girl that was at the break room table, she says, "Oh, I don't wash my sheets." I think it was it was 2 months. I said, Gwendolyn. She said, "Oh, we don't wash our sheets once every 2 months." And the whole table looked at her like, "What?"
Disgusting.
She said they did not wash their sheets but once every 2 months, and we were like blown away.
And we're in New York City. First of all, New York City is like. It is filth. Okay,
it is filthy. You go on the subway and come. Yes. You come home and you just take a white piece of cloth.
It's just if you're wearing flip flops, the back of your heels are disgusting. Like it's just straight filth. And I'm thinking to myself, you get up every day, you go to work, and then you bring all of that and put it to your bed. Like really, sister? Seriously? Now my mama used to wake us up on Saturday mornings to wash woodwork, and I thought, who has to do this? But I get it. I do it in my own house. I wash my baseboards, my doors, my handles. You gotta wash that stuff.
But we were
these folks out here living some different kind of life.
She said 2 months, and we all, some of us, we said, what? she said, "Oh yeah, she does. No big deal. We just do it every 2 months." We were like, "You don't you have sex in your bed? Do you sleep in your bed? Do you sweat in your bed?"
But you know, if
like
you have an odor, you know, you can't smell it. Like if there's an odor in your house, you can't smell it. Like
because you become immune to it.
You become immune to it. I have had coworkers at our old spot, and they come in. I'm like, "Is there a dog, something in your house? Because something don't smell right." They're like, "What do you mean?" It's like because you're wearing that. Like you are wearing that. You bring it with you.
They lay on their clothes. I saw this one woman. She would they clothes in the corner, and I was like, So we get up and put the cat hair clothes on. This cat hair stuck all over everything, and and that's why if people, I just like potlucks. I don't do them very well.
Well, this is when it reiterated what my parents used to say: don't just eat at someone's home.
I ain't nobody's house. I got check.
They were just talking about this yesterday on. I look at too many YouTube channels, and they were talking about people getting ready for Thanksgiving, and they were saying how some folks were taught not to just eat at anybody's house, you know, and so most of us are taught that way. Don't just eat at anybody's house because you don't know how people live. But I'm telling you, when she said 2 months, we all passed out. We were shocked. We were just like
disgusting.
We were like, holy moly. Now it explains it.
It explains it.
It explains a whole lot.
Explained a lot.
Look, let me tell you.
It's interesting. I mean, she was a beautiful looking girl, but we were like, you live in New York City. And what do you do in the summertime? I mean, like, hello, New York City. For those that don't know what it is to live like in a city like New York in the spring, summer, and fall, winter, you might get away with some stuff because the subways, you're all covered up, your face is covered with masks, so you don't get as dirty as you would in the summertime. In the summertime, you could take a shower and walk out the door and come back home in 15 minutes. And you will feel, and take a cloth and go across your face, and you will see the dirt.
Wipe your face every time. Wash your face and ears in New York.
New York is a dirty. I mean, could be, you know, because you got the trucks, you got the cars, you got the dust in the streets. You got it's just. And then the subways are dusty and dirty because, you know, just the tunnels are dirty. Yeah. We who live in New York City, at least my friends that I know of, we have to stay clean. Because, and again, when people come to my house, they gotta take the shoes off at the door. You cannot go past it. You cannot go past 3 feet from the door without taking off your shoes.
I don't even think
the reason why in New York City, there's poop, there's spit, there's everything on the street sidewalks, and you don't want people bringing that trash into your home. So anyway, how did we get here?
You started talking about denim and went down a rabbit hole.
Yes, denim in a freezer. First of all, I'm gonna say it again. You know, I find it so amazing, honestly, that you can have people who are scientists. They're like, I don't believe in science, but I'm gonna put this. It's like, I don't get it. I don't understand how people can just say some of the most ridiculous things, and there's no common sense that says, why would you ever do that? Why would you ever do that?
Let me tell you the last thing about food, because I see Lisa's comment. So we used to have these things at my kids' school when I was PTA president. We'd have these things the parents bring in, like we would have bake sales. But there's one lady brought in, I was like, okay, her name was Amy. Amy came in with a cake. That cake had cat hair all over it. I threw that.
Oh no!
I said, we cannot cut this.
No!
Said, oh no, this looks great, but we can't serve this. Everything I was like, when people tell me they have a cat, I don't want your stuff. Like I don't.
Cat or dog? I mean, I get upset when I'm in a restaurant. Well, here in New York City, you know, they lax the laws. Back in the day, you couldn't bring a dog into the restaurant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because of the hair, you know? Right. And now people bring their dogs into cafes and restaurants, and I'm like, I'd be freaking out. I freak out every time I see it. Dogs do not belong in the cafe.
No.
I'm old school. Hey, I see Bryson's in the building. What's up, Mr. B?
Yes.
Mr. B Mr. Bryson's in the building. Oh, wait, let me get my drink on. Because, you know, when you talk about Bryson's, we got to take a drink. You got to get a sip. You got to wet the mouth. Here we go. Bryson says, what's up, Ron? What's up, Gwendolyn? What's up, Elise? What's up, CQ fam? What's up, RLP fam? And here we go. This is the clincher. We're on our way down to New York City. Really?
Yeah.
Bring your hand sanitizer. Because I keeps it in my bag.
Bryson, how long are you going to be in New York? How long are you going to be in New York City? And maybe we can connect if you want to. Let's try this. I am home until next Tuesday. And then after that, I'm flying to North Carolina. Oh, for those in North Carolina, speaking of North Carolina, I'm so excited about North Carolina. I will be away in North Carolina, and I am so happy. But if you are in North Carolina, not that I'm taking work with me, but if you happen to need headshots or your company needs headshots, look me up. I can put you on the schedule. I will be in North Carolina for 2 weeks. And making my rounds, maybe South Carolina too. Who knows what will happen when I get there? But it's going to be a great time to hang out and spend time with you all in the South. Fifi and I got plans. She's going to show me more of Charlotte and the surrounding areas. She took me on a nice little tour in downtown one evening. Man, I had the greatest time. We went to this little bar, at least people were eating outside, and this little alleyway. I love it. I love Charlotte. I have to tell you, I love Charlotte.
You love North Carolina.
I love North Kakalaki. North Kakalaki. My grandparents were raised in Edenton, which is on the coast of North Carolina. My sister lives north of Charlotte, and my father lives north of Charlotte. So,
there you go.
Everybody's in North Carolina. Everybody's moved from New York to North Kakalaki.
I have cousins down there, but I haven't been since my daughter was in Spelman.
North Carolina, and I cannot wait to get my favorite Louisiana. Woo! My Louisiana food, the Cajun Queen. Woo! The Cajun Queen. I cannot wait. Many days are gonna be spent at the Cajun Queen.
Now, is that in Charlotte or where?
That's in Charlotte. Oh my gosh, they make the best foods. I mean, literally I've gone to Louisiana. I've been to the strips, and I've eaten a lot of restaurants in Louisiana, and their foods are great in Louisiana because it's home cooked. It's Louisiana. You cannot have a bad meal in Louisiana. I said it.
Yeah,
I said it. In New Orleans.
You can.
Well, I guess you could, but the place I went to, I could not.
Can and have.
However, the Cajun Queen made food. I thought it was better than the food I had in Louisiana, and it was Louisiana in North Carolina. It was just.
Is she from Louisiana?
They're from. I think. Everything in the store is Louisiana, and in the restaurant. I don't know if they're from Louisiana, but they have to be. Somebody has to be from Louisiana because it is a whole Louisiana theme. They got the billboards. They got signs. It is, and the food is like Louisiana on steroids. Anyway.
If I ever get a chance to visit, I will. Because, my dad's from Louisiana. But he's from the north part of Louisiana. We have kinfolk down in the south part. They kind of like Geechee people. I don't always trust what they cook. So I'm just saying, I'm like,
Well, it was Louisiana that I had my first taste of alligator bacon. You ever had alligator bacon?
You know what, Ryan? I don't eat everything that has the legs or no legs. So, you know, I'm a little more discerning on what
Have not had gator at all.
You never had gator? No one ate gator?
Not. No.
It's
I was
amazing.
averse to eating like wild things like that. Like
alligators, snakes.
I had relatives who ate squirrels and rabbits, and I was like, that is not a chicken leg. I was like, you can fool your 10 children, but I'm not eating that.
Right? Not
everything tastes like chicken.
Look, I understood why they did it. They had 10 children. I was like, my daddy is not trying to get me to eat that.
You gotta do what you gotta do, but I'll pass.
Oh my god!
Yeah, daddy wasn't cooking that.
Oh my gosh, I like the whites. Oh, Anthony, you're from Louisiana. I know you're from New Orleans.
See, even he said you can have a bad meal anywhere. Like there are people.
Oh yeah, they're bad meals. I'm just teasing. They're bad meals, but
I
have to say, love. I mean, you know what it is also about Louisiana is that a lot of the food dishes I can't find. I mean, there are some Louisiana-based restaurants in New York, but there's something different that when I go down to Louisiana and get food from down there. But when I go outside of Louisiana and find another restaurant that does it just as good as they do in the state, because the foods are different. The seasonings are different.
Yeah, it's the seasoning.
Yes.
It's the seasoning. It's the water. Like, for instance,
the water.
Did you know? And, what time is it? Let me just check my time here. Okay, we're good. We're good for time. We're just having our daily talk as we always do. People around the globe try to make New York bagels. Or the other thing is they all around the country try to make New York pizza. And then when you taste the pizza, it don't taste nothing like in New York. And so people began to say, why isn't it tasting like New York? The bagels, we got the same ingredients. We're using everything exactly the way it's supposed to be. But the bagels do not taste like New York, even though we're using all the right ingredients. And they realized it's our water.
Mm-hmm.
The water. They could not replicate the water.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's our water that gives New York bagels the taste that it has. People travel from all over the globe for New York bagels. And New York pizza. So, but it's the water. It's all in the water. So I'm sure because it, like in New York, it's all in the water. I'm sure it has something to do like that when you go to Louisiana. It has to be the water. It's the spices. It's the fresh spices that they have. I don't know. It's just
the seasoning, because you got to remember
the seasoning.
When you come to places like New York and all that stuff, it's like, so take it for example, if you're at a good Thai restaurant, a really good authentic one, then you go to another, you say, oh, what's so different? Because they changed the spices because some people, the spicy too spicy.
Yeah.
And you have like real andouille sausage, right?
Yes.
And I go to a place and they say, oh, I said, this is not real good andouille sausage, because where's the kick? You got to have a kick to it. You got to have that, that taste. And so knowing the difference is different. Like you go in these places, oh, they have this over here, and you like, that doesn't taste the same, because number one, they're not using the same products. Mm-hmm. Their sausage is not the same sausage. I can tell you that. And so when you do, and the spices aren't the same, you come, look, I have a funny story. I picked some gumbo one time.
Oh, I love gumbo.
My husband hadn't been feeling well. And it's not funny at the end, but my gumbo, I use cayenne pepper. Like, I use what they would use in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. He ate some. He had been sick. So we're at the dinner table, we all with the kids. All of a sudden, I see him slightly losing consciousness.
No.
Going into convulsions.
No.
And popping sweat.
No.
Of course, we call an ambulance. The kids ran upstairs.
No, Daddy's having a meltdown.
And he doesn't go to the hospital, but I tell you, that cayenne pepper broke that fever. The next day he was better.
You know,
Like
that
said,
that pepper
funny,
is good for so many things.
It did not water it down.
Yeah, they say it's good for the gut, it's good for your immune system, it's good for, I mean, there's this woman that she's 100 and, well, she's 100, I think she was 112 from Jamaica. Maybe she was 110. She says she all her life puts that cayenne pepper on everything. From the moment her mom used to put it on food, and she never stops. And she said it cures all of her anytime she had anything that was inflammatory or a cold or got sick. She says, and she said she was very rarely sick because of it.
Yeah, it's not for the weak. Let me tell you, cayenne pepper is not for the weak. If you,
it's not.
Yes,
and then it's like
my grits, my eggs, all my things that have cayenne pepper.
And when you cook the roux most people cook roux for gumbos. A lot of times when you go to places and you see that gumbo, you're like, that color of this gumbo is off. Yeah. That roux actually ends up being like a rusty color when you find it. It's almost burnt. It's just rusty. It's like dark. So if it's not dark, it's not gonna have that flavor.
Yeah, gonna have the flavor. It comes
from that part of why it's so different in like other places in New York. That place in North Carolina, they probably make a really, really good roux.
Ooh, I'm telling you,
to order gumbo if I'm out. I find it really hard to take that chance because it can go sideways really fast.
I cannot wait to get to the Cajun Queen.
Yeah,
the Cajun Queen is.
Oh, those Scotch bonnets, yes.
Wow. So anyway, so now that we've gone from we went from retail, from jeans to
food. Jeans in the freezer. Be clear about that.
We started out with jeans in the freezer. Only wash your jeans once a year. Put them in the freezer every time you wear them.
Right.
Yeah.
See, Dr. Tachi said she loves hot food. That was the one thing I love about Ghana.
Spice.
Well, in Nigeria, now I'll tell you one story. Man, my first time in Nigeria, besides being they make fun about me about a lot of things, but my first week in Nigeria is one for the record books. So we're sitting down and getting ready to have breakfast, and the day before, my buddy said, "Oh, go hang out with my, his best friend." He go, "Oh, check out his house. His house, they call it a house person, the person that takes care of the house. She makes an amazing spaghetti." And I was like, "Really?" Because I love spaghetti. Folks in my family will tell you I love making spaghetti. I love spaghetti. So I had a great meal the day before. It was like, whoa, this spaghetti is so good. And the Nigerian folks, they don't know is nothing mild about anything you eat in Nigeria. It's like our hot is their mild.
Right.
Speaking of Dr. Tachi in the room, she knows what I'm talking about. So an American hot is a Nigerian mild. So I was like, "Ooh, this is good." I'm turning up the heat because I'm not used to eating this, but it was so hot, but it was so good. And I just kept eating and eating and eating. And then we went. Then after that, the driver came to pick me up, take me back to the home. Then just relaxed for the evening. Got up the next morning. We all gathered at the restaurant to eat. And they get the whole Nigerian meal out there. All the stuff, the little cakes, the cakes that they have from the yucca plant, and all this stuff is there. The table is dressed. The restaurant is smelling good. And then my stomach says, my stomach said, I'm saying, what? It felt like something was alive inside my stomach. and it said, "Ooh." What is happening? And it just, and next thing you know, it said, "Ooh." And I said, "Gentlemen, could you please excuse me?" I went to the bathroom.
Oh my goodness.
And I was in that bathroom for like a half an hour. I came back out and they look at me. American. He's an American. I tell you, Amparo says, "I'm so dead." It was DEFCON 12. I was my stomach was beat up. It was, they talk about Mexico. Like when you don't drink the water, don't get the water in your mouth.
Yes.
Man, that was the best X-Lax I had ever had in a food. I felt like a brand new person.
True,
the food was, again, I was like, "Oh, this is good." The day before, I was just sucking it all in and spaghetti, eating it, and man, I was messed up. So thank you, Dr. Tachi, for reminding me of that moment. She loves but that food was so hot. But it was so good. I'll never forget it as long as I live. And all my Nigerian friends, they were cracking up. When I came out the bathroom and just sat at the table, they just all looked at me and said, "American." American.
Then your body said, "What in the world is
What in the world?" And then and my doctor, before I left to go to Nigeria, he said, "Make sure you take 2 Pepto-Bismols every morning." And I was like, "I don't need no Pepto-Bismol. I got the stomach of steel." And I was like, and after that, I was like, "Can I get my Pepto-Bismol?"
Bet you took it every day after
every day. I took those 2 little pink pills.
That's hilarious. But my niece was over there. She's not good at hot, spicy food. The first day we ate something, she said, "Oh, this jollof rice is spicy." I ate it. I said, "Girl, there's no spice in this jollof rice." And everybody's going, "It's spicy." I said, "You all must not eat spice. This is nothing. I don't even taste the spice." My palate for spiciness is because I grew up like, you eat collard greens. I used to eat collard greens with my grandmother.
Yes.
So on the collard greens, she didn't just cook them in there. I would just slice the peppers on top, the hot peppers, and eat it raw with the greens. So I grew up eating lots of hot food. And then when we got to DC and when Ethiopian food really came to DC, it was really authentic Ethiopian food, but all the heat you could get. My kids grew up eating that. It was like New York Ethiopian restaurants don't compare to down here.
No, because we have an Ethiopian restaurant not too far from my house. And it's, again, like I said, a New York, a United States hot. Like you think, and Texas has some hot food. Like I'm in Texas, I eat hot food. They got some scorchers down there in Texas. Nigeria will put you in a whole nother zone.
I'm gonna have to get there.
Day. Never. It was like, and you can
the sound for your stomach though.
And you hear the sound. I heard the sound and felt the rumbles, and I was like, "This is not going to end well if I stay at this table."
Oh my God!
No, not going to end well for you or them. The new meaning to clean up on table 7. New meaning.
Clean up in aisle 4.
Oh my God!
It's hilarious.
Oh gosh. Okay, it's time for class. It's time for class.
Yes.
I'm gonna on that note, so
Get
we're
those
gonna get
tips.
ready for our Tip Tuesday. And it is time to talk about photography.
Oh my goodness.
That was good. You guys got a good laugh. That was, see, look, you never know what's going to happen in an hour together, right? Hour plus. You never know where these conversations could turn.
It's all
We
necessary.
are having a good time in this community. If this is your first time here and you've never been to our community, we just have a good time. We talk about politics when it is, but we are politicked out. And so we are just talking about regular stuff that we regularly do and how we just have regular fun as a community. And I love it.
Yes. Absolutely. We needed that. We need these laughs. We need to do that.
We need laughs. We need laughs.
Yes.
We need
that
them.
joy in our life.
I love Kimmy with her expression. That is so funny. Kimmy got the great eyeballs with them. Oh God. Dr. Tachi says people used to be amazed at the hot stuff I eat. Look, you're Nigerian. You are Nigerian. When you Nigerians can eat anything. I have never seen them. I mean, they can eat anything. Nothing's too hot for them, man. And Chrissy says Texas does have some good hot foods. Oh yeah, Texans. Woo! I think of all the places in the United States, Texas is probably the one that gives you the run for the money of how hot it can eat. And the food is so good. Oh, I love me some Texas eating. Oh man.
Look at it, making me hungry.
Making me hungry. Okay, it's time for class. I gotta let y'all guys go. Know, tomorrow we're gonna have a great time on our last day, our last panel discussion for the year. So we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna have a party tomorrow. So anyway, talk to you later. And I have a gift for everybody tomorrow. I will have a gift for those that are here tomorrow. There will be a gift for you guys. Anyway, see you ladies. See you ladies. Thank you, Gwendolyn. Thank you, Elise. I'm gonna let them go. And so let's start our class. Let's get to class. Let's get to learning. Let's get to teaching. It's all about photography. If you're just arriving, we're going to dive into some photography. These lessons are going to help you on your time with your family on Thursday and this weekend and pretty much for any holiday. But this is going to help you with your Thanksgiving holiday and being able to take better pictures with these thoughts and these tips in mind. Okay, here we go. First thing, the title of this is How to Take the Best Photos for Your Thanksgiving. Next, capturing the magic of Thanksgiving can be both fun and rewarding. Here are some tips to help you take the best photos on Thanksgiving Day. Next, document the preparation. Capture the excitement and hard work that goes into the feast. Shots of family members cooking, setting the table, and decorating can tell a great story. Man, when you go to someone's house that's throwing down on Thanksgiving, everything is going on, especially the cook of the house is working their magic. Take pictures of them. Tell your story. Again, remember, we're not just picture takers. We are storytellers. We are visual storytellers. That's what we use our cameras for. We are telling stories. Okay, so take pictures of the food. Take pictures of the person cooking. Take pictures of people in the living room watching the parade or watching whatever's on TV or looking at movies. Take pictures and tell your family story. Next, focus on details. Photograph the little things that make your Thanksgiving unique, like beautiful arranged table, the delicious dishes, and the festive decor. Yes, take pictures of everything, the details. Some folks decorate their Christmas tree on Thanksgiving. Take pictures of that moment. Take pictures of the details, the ornaments, the bowls, the plates, the forks. Get in there. Things that are unique to your family. Maybe there's grandma's heirloom, we're going silverware. Take pictures of it. Interacting with your family. Next, open up the windows. Here it is, the natural light. Shoot in natural light. Use natural light. Whenever possible, illuminate your photos with natural light. Open curtains and blinds to let in as much light as possible. Soft, natural light will make your pictures look warm and inviting. Open up the windows. Open up the curtains. Pull back the drapes. Let in the light. That way you can take great photos. It's going to make your photos nice. You don't have to bring down that ISO so low. You can keep the ISO nice. Most of our new cameras can deal with ISOs. But you can take great pictures by using the natural light. So get that natural light in there. Okay? Next, get candid shots. You know about we like those candid shots, candid camera, right? Candid camera, TV. Candid photos of people laughing, talking, and enjoying themselves. Often capture the spirit of Thanksgiving better than posed pictures. Right? It's okay to do the pose stuff, but what's really good is taking those photos when no one is expecting it. And then when you show all the photos of the day, and they were like, oh my gosh, look at us talking with auntie such and such, or cousin Bob and us over here talking, and oh, look at everyone's laughing over there. It's so important to tell the story. Just take the pictures. Just take the picture. And be ready to snap these moments as they happen. Okay, next one. Capture the atmosphere, right? The family gathering, whether there's a conversation talking about politics, hopefully not this year, or you see your family talking about old times, or people are reminiscing when someone was with us and they're no longer with us. Thanksgiving can be sometimes a little touchy when it comes to missing loved ones. But it's okay to take those moments, take the pictures of family interacting and connecting. Don't just focus on the food. Include photos of family traditions, children playing, and everyone gathered together. These moments make great memories, right? Great memories. That's what you're doing. You're creating a story. And then you could put them in a nice folder and send them out to your family members and say, these are the photos we took on our time together. Okay, next. Play with angles. I've been saying this with you guys forever. Try shooting from different perspectives. Get high, shoot from high, shoot from low, or at table level. This adds variety and interest to your photos, right? We don't want boring pictures where we just taking the picture just straight on. Take pictures from different angles. Go up, go down, from low, from high. Make changes. Walk around the area to see what's the best way to take the picture. Don't just pick up the camera and start shooting, right? Analyze what's going on. Is the light? Where's the light? Is the light on this person versus is a shadow on that person, right? Think about all those things. But at the end, look at your perspective. Like I would, when I'm doing my photo shoots of my clients, I will tell them, stand still. I am going to move around you and photograph you. I'm just taking pictures from different angles to get the best perspective. Here we go. Next, group shots, because there is a place for group shots. Gather everyone together. Come on, everybody. Let's go. Let's take pictures together. Gather everyone for a group photo. Use a tripod if you have one, for those of the more professional photographers in the room, or steady surfaces. And consider using a timer or remote to ensure everyone is included. So you want to be included in the photo too. So if you're fortunate to have a tripod, or you have a table that you can sit things on, or a shelf, and then you can get with the family, click on the timer, put that little 5-second timer, count in your head, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pose. Well, before you get to 5, on 4, pose, right? 1, 2, 3, pose, and then click. Okay, so use your shutter timers. That will help you as well. All of our phones have timers, so use them on your smartphone or your camera. Next, and this is one of the most important parts, post-processing. After the event, use photo editing software to adjust lighting, enhance colors, and crop your images to make them look their best. Remember, we talked about not using that computer zoom? Just take the picture and then crop it, and you'll get a better picture, right? Can I say it again? Try not to use that zoom, even though in a lot of the newer cameras, the zooms are getting really better, really good at it. Like I think the new Apple phones are really good with their new zooms. But take the picture in its regular format and then crop in, and you will get a better picture. Okay? And let's see what else is that. That's it. Remember, the most important thing is to enjoy the day and the moments with your loved ones. Happy Thanksgiving and happy shooting. I hope that these tips will help you in your Thanksgiving Day family time, or even if it's not family time, maybe you're going out to the shelter, or maybe you're going out to feed the homeless. Maybe you're going to feed people in the Salvation Army. That is your Thanksgiving. Share those moments, right? Photograph those moments, document those moments. It's not you won't always be going to wherever you're doing on those Thanksgiving. Every Thanksgiving changes over time. Loved ones that were here today will not be here maybe several Thanksgivings down the road. And you have these wonderful photos to document your family's legacy, your family time together. Document whoever you are, everyone has a designated photographer in the family. If you are that designated photographer in your family, know that your role is so important. You are documenting your family's legacy. If it's time with your friends, it's time with your friends. That's your family. Some folks, their friends are their family. And that's legacy too. Take your camera, use your camera to document the precious moment of being together in this Thanksgiving season. Okay, guys, let me just give you a couple of banner. I need to do my banner thing. And just to let you know, also, what's going on here? Okay, pop this back. And there we go. Here we go. If you are looking for an event photographer, you can reach out to me, or if someone you know that's looking for a photographer, make sure that you mention my name. I can come to wherever you want me to go in this world if you want to pay me to get there. But I am an event photographer, and I'm really good at what I do. And so do that if you want to share that information. Also, again, thank you to our sponsors, Rolling Clouds, Eurythmus, and also mainly our Patreon community that is always supporting what we do here. the Patreon community. This could not be done without our Patreon community. So thank you. If you see a Patreon community person in our community, make sure you give them a thanks, because without them, we cannot do that. And if you want to be a part of our our Patreon page, let me just go there real quick, and you can do that by, there we go. You can just click on that below, and you see patreon.com/Ron Lewis Photos. Okay, I think we're good. We got that all squared away. We are looking good. Are you guys ready for tomorrow? So tomorrow we're gonna have a special day. It's our last day together. Our last day together for the year. And then we'll start the new season in January. So tomorrow is our last time. And so I will have a special gift for you tomorrow. And it'll be only for one day. So if you want the gift, it's going to expire tomorrow. You'll get it tomorrow, but it'll expire tomorrow. So enjoy it. And but we're gonna have a good time tomorrow. So guys, thank you for joining me today. Hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. Get out there, get all your shopping done. I know some of you are starting to cook already. You're already cooking and making the plans and getting things done. If you're gonna be on the roads, make sure you drive safely, travel with care, travel with patience, and most of all, travel with love. Okay, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Take care.